We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Amazing grace, it's nothing sacred. I'm cruise control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. Bitches.
And it's the 4th or 5th of August, whatever the fucking date is. No, it's March.
5th of
I'm
August.
stoned.
God damn.
Everybody.
No wonder.
August, dude. I don't know why I was thinking August.
5th of August, bro.
5th of August, bro.
All
It's
you gotta
March
do is look
5th.
outside and know it's not the 5th of August, man.
March 5th, 20. It's all because I'm not dead right now because of the 85-degree heat. It's the 5th of March, 2025. And yes, I am cruise control.
Yeah, and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And this is the twosome again. We're back. See, we did it more than once every fucking 4 months this time, dude. We're making progress.
I know we are. We're trying to give you a little more because I got a text the other day from somebody and they were like, "You and Cruz still doing the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go to our fucking page. You can see we got shows up there."
So I'm not gonna actually go to the page because they don't really want to listen to it. They're just asking you to because they want a conversation starter or something.
That's probably
they probably wanted something else from me after that.
That's what, and that's what you know this person too well. By the way I did their voice, I'm sure you know who it was.
Yeah.
And so you're probably like, yep, you know their personality, you know, they're
just like, I need somebody to fucking fund some. I can't just say hi. I've got to have some reason to
reach out to you.
Even though I'm not ever going to listen to the damn shit.
It's kind of my fault, man. It's kind of my fault because, you know me, I'm a very anti-dimpler. You know, if you just say hello, I'm like, well, what do you want? Fuck.
Yeah, that's probably might be that actually is probably a way to get around that, like asking you a question that actually means something so that you actually initiate the conversation.
Right, because otherwise I might just go, fuck, I don't need to respond to that, you know. So actually, dude, I was thinking, you know, tomorrow is the 18-year anniversary that we've been doing radio or podcasting or whatever the fuck we've been doing.
Really? Like, well, you've been doing not all.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess you got on it later, but for me, yeah, March 6th, 2007 is when we did our first Shit That Irks Me show.
And that was at that All Talk. No, not All Talk. Was it All Talk?
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Actually, you're right. The very first show was like end of 2006, like December 2006.
But this is the first All Talk show. Was 18 years ago.
First uncensored All Talk, straight up Shit That Irks Me. Was March 6th, man.
Wow. 2006 or 2007.
Yeah.
That was fucking 18 years ago, man. My God.
I know. It's crazy, man. We're getting older.
I mean, we've been doing this on here for 10, just about.
Yeah. We're actually, well, let's see. November, I think it'll be 10 years.
November, 10 years for this show, November. We got to actually, I think we probably even have the date on that show.
Oh, so we do. We should go do a show that day.
We should go back like before that show start and listen to the whole thing.
I think we should.
Oh man, I'm kind of scared too because that's 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck were we talking about?
Right.
I have no idea. I have no fucking idea what our first show was about. I have no idea what most of our shows are about, especially back then.
And I think we were drinking too when we did.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. I was drinking a lot when I was doing the show back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
so we got
pretty half the time I'd be like, I'm almost I would say at least most of the time I was actually having beers like when we were doing these shows.
Oh man. Wow.
It'd be interesting to see. Just my mindset and the different take on everything. That was before Trump.
Yeah, that's right. Trump hadn't even been in office yet.
Nope, he had barely he was actually still in the running in the primaries. He wasn't even a glimmer of a president yet. It was pre-COVID. It was pre-everything. So yes, that is absolutely something that we're doing in November.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Wow,
so keep an eye on that, guys. So
now you make me want to go back and listen and be like, damn, let's go find that.
Oh, we will. I'm not going to do it yet, but I will before it starts. It's the only one I'll listen to.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to go listen to the other shit, man. Because that's fucking no way.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But that just goes to show, man, we're getting older. And like I was telling you today, man, I weighed myself this morning. I didn't like what I heard. I'm like, oh shit. Because I've been pretty reckless when it comes to eating.
Yeah.
I've been skipping my workout days sometimes, some 2-3 days at a time. So,
Yep.
and
just drinking and getting that liquid bread.
Oh, drink. Yeah, that's another thing. And drinking during the week. And I decided, man, this week I'm like, you know what? No drinking during the week. Let's see how it goes. So far I feel great.
Exactly. So you got to remember this feeling, because what's going to happen here, and this is my psychological, what's going to happen here. See what's going to happen, Mr. Silverhammer.
Tell me what's going to happen.
It's going to happen is Sunday evening or Monday, depending on whether you decide to drink Sunday, you're going to be back in the exact same position you were a couple days ago. So it depends on whether you go, well, I want to drink again, during the week, but you got to remember how good you feel. I mean, it's only
Wednesday.
3 or 4, Wednesday. So you got to remember, like, Friday afternoon, like, God, I feel goddamn good. And then I'm going to go have my drinks tonight and Saturday. And then it may be Sunday, depending, but hopefully not Sunday. Maybe take Sunday off.
I'm going to try to avoid doing Sunday, man, because to me, it's still a week. It's kind of like a weeknight.
I think so too. I think that's a good idea. So Saturday, but then you monitor yourself Sunday and go, how do I feel compared to how I did Friday afternoon?
The rest of the week.
And you go, huh? Because Monday you might be, or Tuesday that week, you're probably going to go, maybe last night or the night before. Did you have an inkling to go, I'm still going to go down there?
I've had no interest. Matter of fact, there was some dude from the bar. He does this thing at Champagne's Karaoke, and it's on Wednesday nights. And I was like, last week, I was like, yeah, dude, maybe next Wednesday I'll go. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't want to go, man. I'd rather, chill here and do the show, and so
I'm just saying, because that's part of the reason why you do that on those Tuesdays, at least from my perspective, is like you're just like, you want to get that little thing in your back and between your shoulder blades out of the way, like that little fucking beer. It's like a long day Tuesday.
Yeah.
But then, because you forget how good you felt on that Friday. Like, if you feel great on Friday, go into it, you'll feel better Saturday morning after you drink. So
yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah. And I don't know why it's so, like, for me, you're right. You got to remember that. Like, remember how good you felt? Well, why don't you want to keep that? You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that going. Why feel like shit when you wake up in the morning? Like, and I don't always feel like shit, but you still feel like, oh, I drank the night before.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it basically, you do feel like shit compared to how you normally feel when you don't. That's how you know the difference, or else you wouldn't know a difference. But you notice a difference, and there's no question. Like, you don't wake up going, I didn't drink. You're like, oh. Yeah, like you notice the difference. It's just that it's just not as bad as it usually is, but it's still there. Yeah, but that's cool though. That's it. Fuck yeah, man. Everyone has their shit, man. Like I said, I took a little edible earlier on floating. So it's just about watching yourself. Because if I do that all the time, then you get stupid. Because
too. Okay.
Here's the thing, man. People think, dude, weed is so much better than alcohol, but weed will fucking make you lazy and fucking dumb, dude. And there's no question about it. You forget shit, and you're like, hey, yeah. And you're like, I was gonna clean my room today.
You're not motivated at all.
I'm gonna fucking sit and listen to music and play.
I would do it tomorrow. Fuck it, kind of thing. Yeah. So
exactly.
But yeah, man, I so that's what I'm doing this week, and so far it's been good. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, life is good, man.
I mean, well, I don't want to make this prediction, but what if Friday night I'm like, I've been feeling so good all week. I might just chill tonight, man, and not drink.
Hey, if you decide that, that's up to you. If you don't, just it's not a fucking big deal, really.
True. Don't beat myself up.
Don't beat yourself up if you said, I want to go down there, and hell, maybe even Saturday night, you go, you know what, Yeah. But if you do, like I said, man, people do. It's just that when you do it more, like when you do start doing it like all the time, you get to the point where you have to do it, and there's just no getting around it.
Because and it's not fun anymore.
Not fun because you're not doing it for the fun of it. You're doing it to get rid of that feeling that makes you feel bad. In a way, it's like you're chasing that feeling again, and you're like, I just need. Because you know what I'm talking about. That I just want to go have a beer. It's like
yeah, exactly. Like, oh man,
it's like when you used to dip. Like
yeah,
probably still a little bit, but
yeah. Oh, absolutely. When you're like, oh yeah, okay, now I feel better now.
Yep.
And
like, see, I was nervous, but And like I said, I do notice sometimes, man. Like I said, I can tell when you've been like when you're like, oh yeah, yeah, you just kind of
That's
tell.
crazy. So you've noticed it in my voice. I never know, I never knew that. I always thought, oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Hey, see, I'm holding it together. But
Yeah.
you could tell if I drank the night before, huh? Even
Or
if
I
I'm
can just
sober.
tell when you've got that nerviness going on, and I usually know what it's from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Damn.
it's not.
Well, and you would know. I mean, for somebody who's been that close to me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
damn,
and someone who's also felt that feeling. I know exactly how it is. It's like this like feeling, and it's like almost clenched teeth, like fucking.
right, on edge and just like,
Yeah,
okay, hold on. And very simple things are like a
yeah,
chore for you, and
yeah, and you haven't felt that this week, probably since Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday
no,
or Monday, or
no,
whatever.
everything's been cool. Although there's been a lot going on.
Yeah, so
in
if
my
you want to
life.
get into your stuff, we talked about our stuff. Well, we got a bunch. We can just talk whatever we want to. Of course, this is our
Yeah,
show. Fuck
of
off,
course.
everyone.
Well, first
Everybody
off,
listening out there, whoever's there, our 8 listeners.
yeah, all you 6 fuckers, man, we
Yep,
appreciate you.
yep, we
It's
definitely
great.
do. Actually, fuck yeah, we do.
Hell
Cheers to
yeah,
you.
we appreciate anybody who's listening to us. So
Yep.
it's kind of funny. We got 434 subscribers, but then we get like 6 views on a video. So
Well,
it's like,
they're busy watching these big time guys who are actually just like TV now. They got the producers and shit. There's no difference.
Effects and sounds.
Yeah,
and
there's
shit,
no difference in shit between them. We got a fucking song we made up at my buddy's house, then we got our fucking picture.
Yep,
Hey,
and we're
that's
just talking about basic shit and
You
our
like it, you don't
lives.
like it, great. We're getting it out there. You know why we're getting out there? Think, why are you doing it then? What? You know why? Because there's a possibility that people listen, and that's all I care about. It's the possibility that
And it's
people can
fun.
listen.
We enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
cathartic.
Absolutely, and that's so
know,
it's 2 things. It's fun, but there's a possibility someone might listen and go, "Hey, I like what these guys are saying," and it make them think, huh,
yeah,
about something, or just have fun listening to it. No aspirations or fucking, we're gonna be the biggest fucking channel in the world.
we're gonna get so many likes and so many views.
Maxwell, I want you to tomorrow. We're gonna go on a promotional spree, and we're gonna beanie, and we're gonna get like a pyrotechnic opening, man. And we're gonna dude, we're gonna pay for it, and we're gonna ask for money because it takes so much to do this, bro.
Yeah, it costs so much.
Oh,
God,
dude, it's so expensive.
blood,
Come on,
sweat,
man. Listen, if we want to
years
promote
into
this
it.
shit to make more money for ourselves, we need to get money from you to make more money for ourselves because man,
we can start
whatever.
e-begging, man. We put what everybody's got their
Patreon.
Patreon,
PayPal, and then what are they called? Chats. We can have
super chats, man.
Super chats.
That's only if you go live, though.
I know. I fucking hate super chats.
I actually hate live streams. Period, man. They just kind of suck. It's like they spend more time talking to people, chatting to them.
That's what I'm saying. I hate super chats because they're all like, oh, because they have to, Max. They got to because they're paying them. Oh, we got. That's why they're paying them so they can read their fucking pathetic super chats online so they can feel like they're noticed.
Like, damn,
I paid $10 to say, yo, bro, you're awesome. And
he said, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. You know. Or the other one is, hey, man, you ever thought about getting your podcast on several different platforms? And I'm like, nah, that's too much fucking work.
Yeah, and it might not be if we went through something like Spotify. So I might look into that, but I just don't fucking care.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's not like a big deal to us. We're just having fun. This is just an outlet, really.
I literally thought about it too. It's like, because we thought about it. Like, there's been times, when I get that, get in the mood and I had some caffeine. I'm like, you know what? We should promote more. We could do. And I think about it more. I'm like, dude, all you're gonna do is get frustrated when it doesn't go through, and if it does go through, you're gonna have so much more bullshit to deal with.
Yeah,
these fucking,
more responsibility, and we got to do this. We got to be, have this whole fuck all that. We're happy doing what we're doing, and we come in talk to you guys when we want to. And
exactly, no pressure. Also, feel free to comment if you want to, but not because we need it, but because hey, engagement's fun, and we'll read them and we'll actually respond to you.
Yeah, actually, we do respond to all the comments.
And actually, if you want to ask us something for the next show, ask us something, and we'll put it in the next show and answer your question. So we don't mind interacting. It's not about that. We care about our listeners, and we appreciate you listening. It's just that we don't care. We'll still do it if you didn't.
Right. or at least you'll get a love or something, get a heart
Yeah.
on your comment or something. But we will engage with you. We're not one of those
Yeah.
people that just puts it up and doesn't read the comments.
And like I said, who knows, if we have a question for us and you want to ask us about something, we'll probably answer. I don't see any problem with that. So throw it out there
to something
if you want to. We're having fun. So
or here's one other one I like when people will say, I want to do a podcast, but I don't know how to do it or how to go about it or what to say. And it's like, man, just roll. That's what we're doing.
yeah, who
we're
cares?
just talking
Because
about
they all care. Because the objective is never, or almost never. Once again, I'm going to go back to this. It's almost never about making a podcast. It's about making money.
Oh,
How are you gonna make money from it? And it's funny how worthless money is because people literally give hundreds of dollars to these fucking people who sit there in front of their computers and talk at them. Oh, $500. I've seen $500 chats, $1,000 super chats, $1,000 super chat. Whoa, it's amazing. They have this big, and they go, wow, you know how much.
Who dumps $1,000 on some
people
who
because that shows, that's what I'm saying. Money is only worth what you think it is. So people actually think they have that much money to blow on somebody who's doing wrestling podcasts or whatever, or a fucking cop podcast. And you're like, dude, I want to give him $500. And it's like, dude, like, okay, so money means nothing. It just proves it, but that's what they want. They see that, everyone sees that and go, well, I could do that because I can get. It's like, yeah, it's always it always comes back to it, dude. Every fucking time.
I got a name for somebody like that, man. For people that kind of e-beg and do all that kind of shit, on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call them robo hobos, dude, because they're like an electronic homeless person, basically asking for money.
I like that. I like that.
He's a robo hobo, man.
I got one. I got a different one for you. I got Patreons.
Oh, Patreon, yeah, because they're just conning you out of money.
Yeah, they're cons, and they're also like Patreons and robo hobos. So we got two words there, new words for our lexicon. Anybody out there who knows our lexicon? Like we if it knows what our little words are, that's a new one. Robo hobo and Patreon.
So add it to your you can use it in your vocabulary if you want to spread it around.
Please give me some money because I really need to grow the channel. Okay, then grow the channel. Well, I need your money. Why?
Yeah.
Why? It's growing the channel. Growing the channel is based upon word of mouth. It's well, I need to spend money. Do you? I need to support myself. Why do you need us to support you? Why don't you have a job? And then if you get enough subscribers, then leave the job. Oh, wait, when you do that, you're going to need us to support you even more. How about this? How about you keep your job, or you find something you really like to do that makes money, or something and then you do this as a side job. And that way it's more fun for you. And there's no pressure for you to do these fucking videos. So you won't actually lose yourself by like, oh, well, I gotta do this sponsor. The sponsor told me to diss Trump or to diss blah blah blah. Well, what if I? Yeah, none of that there. If your whole life isn't dependent on this shit, is it?
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Fuck you. Fuck
you
that.
Start kissing people's asses and
damn. All right. Neither of us have to do that. So kiss my ass. Anybody out there like this, you can go blow me and suck a fat cock. You can swallow my semen like drinking out of a milk carton in the middle of the night when you're thirsty.
Oh yeah. Would you drink milk if you're thirsty? I don't know. It almost seems like it makes you thirsty. Some people
do. That's it probably did. Okay. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just trying to find some consistency, of my semen.
Drink. Right. That's consistency like semen. Okay.
Actually, that's probably not true because that'd be some bad milk.
Oh,
lumpy fucking nasty ass fucking old milk. You drinking that shit, like.
Oh yeah, you got to be really desperate.
Stuck in your throat like you're swallowing a booger or a fucking or some.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like
it's like the milk. Your milk makes you all like congested or like get your throat all mucusy.
Oh yeah.
That's that. Anyway, let's continue.
It's like Nestle Quick from the dick. You know what I mean?
Nestle Quick from the dick.
Anyway, yeah, man. Last week was fucking crazy, man. First of all, I go into work, and this is on a Tuesday. My assistant comes in, and I have a refrigerator in my office. She always comes in and puts her lunch in the refrigerator. So she puts her lunch in the refrigerator, and she's like, so I got to talk to you about something. And I just could tell in her voice. I was like, uh-oh, fuck. And she goes, yeah, I got another job. And unfortunately, I start on Monday. I didn't realize it was going to start this quick. I thought they were going to take their time a little more. But Thursday's my last day with you. And I'm like, all right, thanks mucho. Now I'm left holding my dick, so now I got to scramble and look for a new assistant. And I had to post some shit out there, like with the job description. And I've had a few, and of course you start getting all these like fuck ups hitting you guys, like I've already had two people hit me. One was an old lady. I thought she was one of our patrons, honestly. And she was like, where are you? At first she goes, are you guys in Carson City or are you in Las Vegas? And I was like, we're in, I said the main office is in Carson City, but where I work out of is in Las Vegas. Why? What's up? And she's like, well, where are you located? And I thought she was a patron. I thought she was going to try to bring her equipment back or whatever. And she goes, well, I saw something that said you need help. And I said, well, did you read the job description? And she was like, yeah. And I said, well, are you proficient? And I could just tell that she was not. She was an older lady. Yeah. And I'm like, are you proficient with Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel? Oh, no. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we need for the position. So it's like, you didn't read the job description too goodly, did you there? So anyway, that was it with her. I do have two possible applicants. One is actually a friend of mine knows someone that so she sent her resume in and we're going to interview her Friday.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Well, it's nobody. I don't know the person. It's not a friend of mine. It's a friend of mine knows this person.
Okay. Is that friend of yours who knows that person not batshit crazy?
No, he's a professor.
Okay, good.
It's Anthony. It's with somebody in his he teaches accounting.
Okay, so great. Because
somebody
there
in
are
his
certain
class.
people that we were going to talk about this evening that I definitely wouldn't want you to have a reference.
Oh shit, dude, I've given up on hiring friends, man. Fuck that.
Good. See. This is called progress and learning. Because 5 years ago, you wouldn't have said that. Matter of fact, 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I think this whole last experience, even though the new place, the temp is gone, I think it solidified in your mind the concrete rule of like, wow, this is the way I need to go.
Yeah,
because I bet you there's just no stress. It might not have been like fun as someone like my nephew or somebody earlier in your.
Well, your nephew was good. I will say that he did a great job, and he was.
Yeah, but you guys had a relation that was more like friendship than anything else. Like that's not the way it was with this person. I guess my point is that you don't mind it being like this. Like it's actually kind of cool like that. You get off work and you don't think about each other. It's like you like hang out with each other or send
like
texts.
Oh yeah, so Saturday I'll see you. Like
or coming out and hanging out. Like we used to. So
right, it's straight up work, and then two, you're forced to maintain a professional decorum around the person. You know what I'm saying? Like. I would always I corp up now when I go to work.
Yeah, it covers your ass basically.
Yeah.
It keeps you on your toes, which covers your ass and makes you do a better job of what you're doing, anyways.
Absolutely, you're more professional around the person. So yeah, that's what kind of makes me sad that she left. It's just like, well, damn. Now here's the crazy thing, because months ago my boss told me that some optometrist, the guy was a foreigner, called up to the main office there and said that he wanted to hire her and mentioned her by name. And this is back in August, I think, when she first started with me. And he just happened to be an optometrist. Well, her new job happens to be for an optometrist. So I'm wondering if it's the same guy. And I'm like thinking, dude, I don't remember anybody talking, because I know the event where this person saw her, and I don't think they spoke 2 words. I think he was just going off her looks. So if that's the case, man, he's just gonna probably have his hands all over her.
That's a real leap. You have no idea what the hell's going on. What I think is this: I think she's young. This was never going to be more than a temporary job for her. She's too smart, too ambitious at a young age. She wants more from her life. She has her shit together too much to have this job for long.
True. That's the catch-22, man.
Yeah, that's the catch-22.
You get a fuck up like my previous assistant.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, they begged you, like even when they got hurt, where they were begging for the job, please, I need this job. And had her friends hit me up and begging me to, please keep the job.
Exactly. Exactly. That's like it's some kind of charity case. But also, it also makes you wonder, like, how many people, because you don't know who saw you, like when you guys would argue. You guys would do that in public areas, or at least she would, and you would try to keep yourself like even keeled, I'm sure. But she didn't.
Well, there was a few times that you know what I mean?
And that's the thing, and that's a public persona. So anybody who saw you at those events saw you like that and acting that way.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that's another reason why you can't handle that shit anymore, because every time that you had an issue where you're like, damn it, and you
Yeah.
lost your shit because she was losing her shit,
Right.
then
Right.
everyone saw you both losing your shit because they don't know the context. They're all seeing
Yeah.
you both losing your
Like, look
shit.
at those two fuckers with that agency acting out there.
Exactly. So that's great that and hopefully, so next time, you'll find somebody. It'll be someone and you just have to be used to it. But then again, the more you do this, the more you get used to it.
Well, that's true. That's true. The
And
more
you'll
it
find
happens,
somebody. You just got to find somebody like that, like that. That's obviously you need somebody soon, but you can also kind of
I can wing it until then,
and not,
obviously.
yeah, exactly. And your boss is going to understand that you don't have assistants. So it's not like he's like, well, why aren't you doing all these things right now? You're doing
Yeah. Nah,
whatever the hell you're
they know
doing.
what's up. They know what's up.
And I want to
Actually,
get too specific, but you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, no,
So
I
yeah.
mean, and even next week, I got a shitload of events, dude, and some are three of them are like table events. So those are the ones that I'm a little nervous about. But you know what, dude? I've done those before by myself,
Yeah.
and usually there's someone there that will help me. Just kind of put the
Yeah,
shit
and
out.
you might actually be even getting to the point where, well, no, you probably definitely need somebody to work with you at least once in a while, but maybe you need even someone who's just spotting. But anyways, we want to go into details about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, we don't
yeah.
want to. So
To
but
give
the
too much
idea is,
information.
yeah. Anyways, go ahead. What were we? What were? So that's one thing. So, but you're gonna handle it better, basically, is what I'm saying. As each
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah.
so it'll probably
It's
happen again. It'll probably
question
be a
of
transient.
well, like you said, man. As the more I do it, I guess the more I'll get used to it. So I'll just and where this time I guess I was a little better prepared because I kind of knew
Mhm.
what's going to happen.
And next time you'll be better prepared than this time, and you won't be as stressed out as you are now, because you don't even sound nearly as stressed out as you were before. So
That's true. That's true because
because you've dealt with it, and you know, like, you can find someone. You said you were so worried about finding someone, you found someone pretty goddamn easily. Actually, it was effortless.
yeah.
So
Well, that's true. That's true. All I had to do was just post the thing, and then I got some
yep.
hits, and
So new experiences. God, you're
yeah.
learning from your shit,
Well,
man.
and the second applicant is actually somebody who I knew years ago from one of these networking events, and I posted in a Facebook group that I guess we're both part of.
Mhm.
And she happened to see my post, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't know if you remember me, but I used to go to this event back in 2012 when I worked with Beasley Broadcasting." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So, and she actually had a pretty impressive resume. Even my boss was like, "My question for her is, why does she want to work
Why?
with us?"
That's the question.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe she's. Well, wait, we guess we can talk about that some other time. We won't go into more detail on that. I guess we'll leave
Nah,
that as it
until
is.
probably until it comes up or whatever.
Yeah,
But
we'll see what happens. But man, so that's one crazy thing. What else is going on that's
other
crazy?
crazy thing is okay. So you've heard me, and Leopard doesn't listen, so I don't really care about. But Leopard and Ryan are getting a divorce.
Oh, the
Surprise,
shock,
surprise.
the surprise, the complete and utter just what? No one saw that coming.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Here it was. Let's see. It was 3 years as of February 2nd this year that they had been married. But apparently he got pissed off at her. I was over there. Actually, it was on Tuesday, the last Tuesday night. The week before last, and I was over there, and whatever. It was kind of stressful, but they were, things seemed okay. It wasn't
Mhm.
until I left when all the real shit started. Apparently, I guess he threw his wedding ring at her, and he took all his shit. He moved out. So she's like, fuck him. I'm changing the locks. I was like, well, then don't go back. Make sure and so she's got the place. She's got the
Uh-huh. Until they
condo.
get back together, probably.
You think they're still going to get back together?
Probably.
Well, here's the crazy thing. I haven't heard from her in a couple days. And last week she was blowing my shit up, man. And I was just like, oh, and it was getting bad. I was like, God damn, every day.
Mhm.
And even one night was bad enough last Thursday night where she now I had just gotten home, I ate, I was doing laundry, I was gonna work out and just kind of chill. And then she texts me, or first she calls, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck does she want? I'm like, she's probably drunk, because she's been
Mhm.
drinking all week. And then she texts me and she says, I'm coming over. And I was like, no, you're not, So then I called her. I'm like, what the hell is this? And she was like, well, is it okay if I come over? And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, is it bad that I'm inviting myself over to your house? I'm like, yeah, actually it is. And I'm like, I'm just chilling right now. I just got out of the shower and I'm reading my mail. And she was like, well, I mean, I kind of need my friends around right now. I'm going through a hard time. And I was just like, she's like, I can't just come over and watch TV. And I was like, look, I'll come over to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think she was trying to, I think she might have been in a roundabout way trying to make a play for me, man.
Yep. I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, you know what's so fucking funny? Before you said that, dude, I'm not fucking joking.
That went through your head?
I was thinking, dude, if you could fuck her if you wanted to.
Oh, I totally could.
You could absolutely bang the shit out of her, regardless of if she were with Ryan, you could fuck this bitch, dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what's funny because she even made a comment, where she was like, well, I'm single now, so you can rub my feet. And I'm like, I'm good.
She wants someone to bone, and then she wants to be able to rub it into Brian's face and have you guys have issues so that you can get involved in that.
Yeah,
shit, dude.
Fuck all that, dude. I don't want.
Dude, I would be prepared to drop this bitch like a bad habit, regardless, fully, or really? just separate yourself from her. Come on, seriously. Let's look back at all the shit that she's. I mean, not all the shit she's done to you because she's been cool in a certain way.
Hasn't done anything to me personally, really.
But she's also, asked for shit from you. And,
well, that's true. Asked for money. Yeah, and she still does owe me money.
Yeah, exactly. So just my opinion, just like any of the other people, she just the thing about the problem is, man, with people is no matter how much cool you fucking think they are, sometimes people just need to be kept at a fucking arm's length. Doesn't matter. You just. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how, like small doses, and just knowing that you can't trust them because you can't trust her.
No,
and you know it.
Oh no, like if I was like hanging out with her every day or even living with her, that would have been no, fuck that. Well, even when I was over there, I finally went over there that night. I was like, okay, fine. I said I'll come over and I'll drink a few beers with you or something. And so I did. I went over there, and of course, everything was about, when do you think the next time I'm going to have sex is? And all of a sudden, I said, you need to be alone for a while. Why can't you be alone? And then, of course, she didn't want to hear that. Why do we have to talk about, the things that are wrong with me now?
Because she brought it up.
Right. Exactly. You brought it up.
She wants talking about it. Oh, fucking God. She's oh, man, I couldn't, dude. That's, you know what? I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to say it again on the fucking air. She's one of the reasons why I stopped drinking. I'm not drinking. When I was over at that fucking place, I was disgusted with myself and everybody there. Everybody there.
Yep.
Not because you're an asshole, just because everyone's just like, oh yeah, you're gonna have it drinking, and then fucking people falling over the place, and that bitch, and then them fighting, and they're fighting. They were fighting at that night even because they always fight.
Oh, that's right. He cut out. He left, didn't he?
They always. There's nothing. There's never. Have you ever been around them when they don't fight?
I have. There've been some times where they've been lovey-dovey with each other. You know?
and then what they do at that point is they ignore you half the time and then go off in the room, let you sit in the fucking living room while they're banging.
Yeah, and I'm watching, whatever.
So even when that's the case, you're almost like, oh great, now they're lovey-dovey, and now I'm not even gonna be. I'm just kind of like sitting here like a deadweight on their couch while they're fucking.
Part of the furniture. I just kind of let myself.
Yeah.
out,
So like, why exactly? So what's the fucking point? So either they're lovey-dovey and they fucking treat you like you're fucking just there, or they hate each other and it's a fucking miserable fucking mess. This person is not.
Leave.
This person's not a good. They're just not. They're dead weight, bro. They're garbage.
Wow.
Sorry. I don't care if she listens to me. I don't give a fuck.
Right. You don't care.
She listens.
She doesn't. But I will assure you, she does not listen. She does not like podcasts and stuff. She didn't have the attention span. So,
no.
But yeah, dude. Oh, and while I was over there, she called this guy that she, I guess, hadn't talked to in 10 years. By the way, she was fucking the same guy that she called behind her other husband's back. And they were cheating. She was doing that for like 4 years.
Yeah, and now she was doing it with Ryan too, because she's a bitch and she's garbage, and she'll do it to you too. She's not going to change. You're not special, bro. And I'm not saying you are, but
I know I'm not special.
Yeah,
but that's it.
I would walk away from this. I'd be like, fuck this. I'd drop that shit like a bad habit. She ain't worth your fucking time, and she's a weak piece of shit. That's what she is.
I don't like I said, I keep her as like it's an arm's length friend. I'm telling you.
I'm just tired of fucking. Yeah, I get you. For me, it'd be arm's lengths. Like it'd be arm lengths because she stinks like fucking like her stinky ass fucking open ass sagging twat, and I drop her into a trash can. You know, like how you now you have shit in your hands. Like remember, you know how like let's say you shit your pants And so when you pick up the fucking
your underwear,
you're like holding it by a finger, and you just walk it over, and you're barely even touching that shit.
Drop it into the trash.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I don't even want to fucking deal with that shit. That's that's the kind of friendship you want, where they're great, but that's to me, that's what it would be. So I would just drop it. There's no point in holding on. It's like, I'm holding on to this shitty ass fucking drawers.
Well, here's another thing that happened, and this was Friday night, because I told her, I was like, well,
holy shit, there's Jesus Christ, there's more. Okay, keep going.
Oh yeah, there's a little more. So I said, don't worry. I was like, we're gonna go to the Rum Runner Friday night. We can hang out, because that was the other thing. Ryan didn't want to go into the Rum Runner because that was her old bar with her.
Wait, they're still talking, and wait.
Oh no, they're not talking anymore. I don't think.
Well, of course, I'm sure they are, because she'll contact him. So,
oh yeah,
of course, because this is all just bullshit. It's all just it's complete.
So there is no divorce, is what you're saying. It's not.
No, there's a divorce. All that shit's they're thinking about it. All this shit, but it's all just bullshit. It's all, they'll still be in contact. They'll still be around each other. I guarantee you, she probably still talks to her ex-husband.
Oh yeah, she does. She does. Occasionally.
She's probably fucks him every once in a while too.
Probably does. That's probably how she got the money for to get to the condo. Because she wanted some ungodly amount of money for me when she was first moving in there, and I was like, I'm not. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
not giving you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't ever give her a cent again.
Oh no. That's it. She's got to
buy her
a
beer.
Owes, first of all.
It's no big deal. Yeah, exactly. So and she's asking you that before paying back all she owed.
Yep.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, why? Yeah, this is not a friend, bro. Fuck this bitch, dude. Friend, fucking break, dude. Doesn't even pay you back, and then asking, probably didn't even mention that previous money that she owed you, or if she did, it was like, I owe you money, but.
Well,
here was the wrong with owing people money, but you own up to it, and like if you probably, this is maybe she did, but
she paid me back like a chunk of it, like half of it. She still owes like 400 of it. So.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. That's fuck that shit. And then asking you for money when she still owes that much from you.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, then I'll pay you double. I'll do that. Yeah, you haven't paid me back what you owe me. This bad.
If it were a dude, you'd have dropped this fucker by now.
Probably so. I'd have been like, oh, fuck this guy. I'm not going to take his calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Well, on Friday night, we're supposed to go to the Rum Runner, and the plan was originally I was going to go over there, and her daughter is driving now, so her daughter was going to drive us to the bar. And that was going to be the story there. Well, then she calls me while I'm on my way home. She's like, are you home yet? I'm like, almost. Why? What's up? And I said, you know what? I was thinking, I was like, why don't I just take an Uber to the bar and you meet me over there? Have your daughter drop you at the bar. And she's like, well, she's asleep. Do you mind coming to pick me up? And I'm like thinking, you're asking a blind dude for a ride?
No, she wants you to take an Uber to her house, pay for the Uber, and then pick you up and pay.
Yep. And wait for another Uber to go to the bar. Then take another Uber to her house, then take another Uber home. So I'm like, fuck that. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. And she's like, okay, well, have fun. And then that was that.
Yeah, dude. And then when you got to the bar, guess what she would do? Oh, I'm a little low on money.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Oh, I just got to pay for all this stuff. I got to pay for the bills and the divorce, and I don't know where I'm staying. So could you buy me my beers?
Oh yeah, totally.
So then you're paying for a ride over to her house, a ride to Uber,
pay
a ride
for
to
her
there,
food, her drinks,
paying for the food, her drinks, then paying for the ride back to her house, and then the ride back to your house. Or if you're drunk, maybe the ride back to your house, and then the ride home tomorrow morning, or the next morning, or later on in the evening after.
I want her spending the night over here, man. Fuck that.
No, but I'm talking about because she wants to bone you, dude. Because she wants to bone anything, dude. She'll bone anything that
that has a penis. Yeah.
And here's another thing about this. Is that it, or is there more?
Oh, that's it. That's pretty much it. And then like Saturday, I guess she told me she was going to go out on a date with this guy that she knew.
She's not even divorced yet.
No, that's it. She can't be alone, dude. That's her thing.
No, she's a shitty person.
Wow. Damn. And they just know that.
She's a shitty person, man. What has she done? What is she? I mean, what is really how if she gets you stuff? It's like, but she knows she's gonna get you stuff, get back. And she always brings it up. Oh, Brett, I bought you beer. Oh, I did this. Oh, every fucking time she brought it up that night. I guarantee that wasn't the first time. She does that all the time, doesn't she?
Oh yeah,
I do all this stuff for you.
I've cooked for you. I've
done this for you, and she brings it up still, probably. Like even that night when you didn't get the money. I've done so much for you.
Actually, that night I wouldn't pick her up. That I didn't pick her up. She just went have fun,
Yeah, but still have fun.
Yeah.
You're not going to come into my house and pay for, not even trying to get there, making you pay money to come to get her. Dude, she's not a good person, bro. And if you want to slot that down to fucking being mentally ill, you can do that. That's fine. If you don't want to give her have a responsibility for herself, she's already fucking people when she's still with her husband. They're not broken up yet. She admitted to fucking on her previous husband. You know she's fucking on this one. The only reason why she didn't tell you is because you know Ryan.
And I would say something probably, or she thinks I might, because I'm cool with Ryan. I actually like Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know that you've seen it. It all stems from her, and he's not a great guy either. He's just not that bright.
He's just not that. Yeah, he's kind of
and she knows that. That's why she chooses him. That's why she does that, because she knows she can take advantage of someone like that, and then she can talk shit about him around other people, and he'll take it because he's kind of a puss,
right?
A bitch.
Yeah.
So he's a stupid bitch. He's not just a bitch. He's a dumb one. So he can't even learn from his own fucking mistakes. But he's not a bad dude. But he just doesn't. He just walks in these situations and does stupid shit. And then she takes advantage of that. So she tries to take advantage of you.
Right.
Okay, let's look at these last fucking interactions with this fucking person. Every single last interaction has been a story.
Oh, totally.
So and I'm not talking about just like every single time you hung out with her, something happens. Every single time. And she talks shit about the people. You think she's not talking shit about you?
She probably does.
Well, probably. Why wouldn't she? Is there anybody she doesn't talk shit about that she knows that you've met?
No.
That she talks shit about her friends, her female friends.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally.
She talks shit about her ex. So she's talking shit about you to other people.
Probably so. Probably so.
No, there's no problem about it.
I don't know what she's saying, but
there's no problem. You're thinking why would she talk shit about me? I'm right. No.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she could find something.
Of course she is. She will find something because she talks shit about everyone.
Right. Right.
Like she might not talk shit about me because she doesn't know me very well, but maybe she said something about me before, or
just in passing. Not to me, she hasn't, but maybe someone else she had.
Yeah, like if she says something to me like about me, like, oh God, remember Jeff? That he seems a little this or whatever, or anything, because she barely. But maybe she has. I don't give a shit if he has or not, because she's not worth my fucking time. But But this is the logic behind it, dude. She talks shit about everyone else she's known that you've met her with, everybody. Right,
and that's true. That's true. She has.
Every single person. So do you think she's not doing that with other people? Why would she exclude you? Give me a reason why she would exclude you.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. For sure.
There's no reason why. You think when she doesn't offer you money, she's like, oh, fucking Brett wouldn't give us money. That guy, I've done all this shit for him. He's a fucking dumbass blonde. Doing the same exact shit. So just know that too, because if she's doing it to everybody else, she's doing it to you.
Yep. Fucking, man. So that's
these people just piss me off, man. They're just fucking these garbage fucking black hole people that just can't not live without drama, because they don't know how to live in this society. They don't know how to be grateful for every fucking thing they have here.
No
Everything
kidding.
we have here is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Just about. We're like, because even me, I'm one of the poorest people in this country, and I'm richer than 95% of the fucking world. I've got a house over my head. I've got a fucking place. I'm on fucking line talking to you across the fucking country. I'm like, I've got like a fucking graphics card and a fucking thing coming my way, and I barely even pay rent, but at least I'm getting it through, and that's my issues. But everything, if I didn't have food, guess what I would do? I'd go to a food bank and get food. There's no way you can't get food if you don't know how to get food.
Right. There's always a way to get something.
So this, and she's living in this fucking, and I'm sorry about I'm going off a little bit here, but this fucking actually, I'm not. What am I on my fucking show? My goddamn show. Why do I do that too?
I don't know.
Audience, if I do that sometimes, like, why am I even, this is fucking pissing me off, because it's everywhere. Everywhere. All these people create drama for themselves, man.
Unnecessary drama too.
Yeah,
like,
completely
why?
Why but it's because and also,
well, they need it in their mind. They need it. It just it makes them feel whole. Like, if I'm not fighting with somebody, or I don't have a problem with somebody, then it's
But it's massive narcissism. It's massive cluster B. She doesn't think about anyone but herself, dude.
Nope.
Anyone. Everything's returned back on her as a victim. Her daughter is a reflection of herself. So her daughter, it's all about what her daughter doesn't care about, and her, and it's not about how great. If her daughter started doing really well and just did something,
she'd gloat on that, but guess why? It's her daughter.
Yeah, and she glowed on it, but then she'd say, well, she's still, just because she's got all this stuff, she's not hanging out with me as much. And it wouldn't be about, wow, my daughter's really flying. It'd be, oh, my mother, guaranteed.
Actually, the thing that it's because I'm like, damn, I've been lucky. I haven't heard from her in the last couple of days. I'm like, that's good. And then watch, like tomorrow or something, I'll get a text and I'm like, oh shit.
But even think about that dude. You're happy to not talk to her. That tells
Oh
you
yeah.
everything you need to know.
Well, that's true. That's true. Like,
I mean, but you're still like, well, she's, and you're like, you don't fucking enjoy talking. So why are you doing it? It's one of those things again, like there's no need to. You don't owe her anything. You don't owe her a goddamn thing. And in fact, she owes you. Now, the thing is, she got you tied to her because she won't give you the $400 back anyways, because guess what happens when she gets that back?
then she'll want more money.
No, then she's gone. There's no way because right now you're like, well, I'm not going to stop talking to her until I get
Oh,
my
I see
money.
what you're saying. Yeah, that I'm like, okay, I got my money. What would I'm done. I don't need to worry about it.
But now, so you can be like, I got my cash. So now you're gonna be like, well, she hasn't given me my money yet. So I'll just be your friend until she does. So I'll deal with her bullshit until she does, when she never will. And she even asked for more before she paid you back, because it's like I said, it's like almost like she's cunning, like she's smart in this weird, like fucking needy, like it's almost like an animal, like
oh, it's instinctual for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay him back because I have something on him. See, if I pay him back, he'll just walk away like everybody fucking else in my life ever has, because I keep.
So that's their way of keeping you hanging on. Well, I think it's that, or they just don't, they don't give them enough of a fuck. They're like, oh, you'll always be there.
Both. It's both, because they don't give enough of a fuck to actually have respect for you, but they also know it's on some level that ties you to them.
Right. Yeah. Like, once I pay you, then you're gone and I won't see you again. And,
and then I don't have anybody to have a possible fuck buddy or something there for whatever the fuck you are.
I mean, she ought to know by now, man, there's no way, dude. I would not get involved with her at all.
But why would see you're thinking from your perspective, dude? She thinks you're a guy. She doesn't see you as anything more than a guy, a blind guy.
Obviously, I think with my dick, if you play with my dick,
if you get her in a certain situation, that you'll definitely fuck. Like if you got back to your house alone one night and she was drunk and you were drunk. I mean, have you ever hung out with her alone like that?
Yes, I have, but at her house.
Yeah. Or in the day or at night, like a lot at night, or does she ever come,
yeah, there's been actually, there was the one time when her and Ryan split up and I was at her house and she was crying and acting all weird and, but I didn't want any part of that. I was like, okay, I'm going to have a few drinks and then I'm going to get the hell out of here and go home. You know?
Because
that's what I'm doing.
Because that's the thing. When someone's at your place, it's much harder to get them out than for you to leave.
That's true. Where at their house, I can just leave on my own free will. I'm out of here. That's why she wanted to come over that night. I'm coming over. Like, what the fuck did you want to come over here for?
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised. She's like, I want to get back at him. This is all I know, because all I've got are my tits. I don't have anything else to offer anybody.
Damn. That's sad, dude.
Yeah. And it's the reality of it. And so I would just, for me, like there's certain people like, and you know who I'm talking about. And it's actually more than people. There's some people in my family, some people outside of my family who I really enjoy hanging out with. And I really enjoy hanging out, but I'm going to stop it at a certain level, because I know
you couldn't hang out with them every day for sure.
And I couldn't get more involved. I keep my distance. I watch things because I understand the situation and I know what's going on with it, and I know how my boundaries. This person, you don't enjoy hanging out with her at all, dude.
I do. There is some stuff that's kind of fun. I mean, it's fun to hang out and drink and
when you're drunk. But I guarantee you, if you
but you're right. Sober, if I was sober, you're right.
It all revolves around drinking, because it's and also again, here's another. So I'm going into psycho mode tonight. Also gives you another thing, basically, because it gives you another excuse to drink.
That's true. It is.
Well, I can go over to Leopard. We're gonna hang out. I'm hanging out at Leopard's tonight, so I can have a couple beers.
Yeah,
because guess what? If I hung out there without beers, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Oh yeah, if I was there, just sober.
Seriously,
sober?
If you were just there, just sober, and they were drinking, and you were chilling out, because they're not ever going to stop drinking. Think about that. The thought makes you go, oh. Like the thought almost makes you. It gives you that feeling in the back of your fucking head, like, oh, I need a drink. Like,
oh,
because the first thing you goddamn do when you get there is grab a fucking beer. First fucking thing you do is chug one. Like, I need to get one down to deal with these fuckers.
Yeah,
so now
that's true. That's true. It's not like I go there and I sit there for like an hour and just be like, so how are things?
It's like,
that's interesting.
I'll have one. I'll have a beer. No, you probably crack that motherfucker and just pound that shit.
Yep. As soon as I walk in the door, she either has it for me or I go for the fridge.
Because she knows it too. Because they ain't got nothing else to offer you except a drink with you, bro.
Damn. Wow. That's crazy, man.
Just make you think about it, man. I've been on a roll lately in terms of just thinking. I've been it's interesting, this AI shit I've been into. It's like fucking turning me into some super goddamn
That's good.
just like, yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. When you have goals and you have shit going on, and that's the thing, you got shit going on, man. That's another thing. These people will zero in on those who have shit going on, and they will grab onto them as tight as they can because she knows that you're stable, and she knows that if in a pinch, you probably would give her some money if like it was really like a, oh God, I need rent. You probably go, all right, now you owe me 800, but
Yeah.
because what did Koala say the other night?
Oh, about I'm too mean for, or what is it? I'm too nice for my temper or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got this grumpy ass temper, but in reality, you're slotted in the friend slot, then you can do that kind of shit with people.
That's the hard thing. I could be mean to a motherfucker I don't know,
yeah,
but then somebody I'm cool with, or I have a rapport with.
yeah.
It's harder for me to be mean to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So
it's your, like I said, because you're a loyal, good person in most cases, and these people will fucking siphon up, and that's what I have to look out for in some ways. Is like, although not in the same way, but I definitely have a I'm so nice to, like, I don't want to offend people, and I don't want to, mine's a little different, but
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
but man, it's similar shit, and it's like these people they're like they're because they're vampires. They know the people that are gonna be
I think it sucked dry.
yeah, and
Damn.
she'll call you back. She'll be calling you back soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. I'll hear from her at some point. But something's keeping her busy, and I'm kind of happy for it. So whatever it is,
Yeah,
just keep
yeah. You keep it busy.
keep it busy.
Yeah,
Keep it
until you
going.
have to actually deal with it, because you probably at some point will.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be probably if you get tired of her, and you're like, dude, I don't want to talk to this person anymore. You're gonna have to fucking drop kick it. It's not gonna be hint worthy. So it's not gonna be like
No.
you're gonna be like going, well, like, just stop talking to her and she won't call you. It's like you got to say, listen, just leave me the fuck alone.
It's gonna be a Chris Solden situation. Remember that?
Yeah,
Where I wouldn't take his calls, I wouldn't call him back, and he just would he'd step it up and keep calling and calling. And I'm just like, fucking go away, dude.
yeah,
Remember that was crazy.
yeah.
But
It might have to be something. Like you said, you draw these people because you are stable, bro. They love
yeah.
because you have your shit together, and god damn it, man, when you have your shit together, it's an easy way to get money and just get someone to,
Well, and the thing is too, some people that got their shit together will just avoid these people. That's just what
yeah,
they do. But I'm the type of person that, hey, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. But that sometimes comes back and
yeah.
bites me in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and also think about this. Another thing about this beer thing, I buy you beer. I've done this before, but how many times have you bought beer, and then that beer runs out because you're all drinking it, and then you buy the next beer, and you buy the next beer and the next beer,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh,
because you go, oh, this, I'll give you some cash, go get an 18 pack.
oh well, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't usually do it though, or do they do it? Well, like maybe Brian does. Ryan probably has that little bit of like, hey
actually,
man, I bought the last beer.
back in the Bokar days, that was her previous husband. Usually they had beer over there, but now it's to the point where it's like, well, it's a bring your own beer type situation. So, I'll be like, oh, hey, can you pick up an 18 pack and I'll sell you the money back or something? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Do they actually drink some of that beer, or do you take it home?
actually, a lot of times they don't. Ryan might have a few of them. She doesn't drink beer really.
Oh, that's
She's
right. She likes harder shit.
yeah. She likes to do shots and she likes to
Uh-huh.
drink
Yeah,
mixed
'cause
drinks.
she's hardcore, drinks every night, probably
Oh
shakes
yeah,
every morning. Got the
probably
shakes.
so.
Her chitties are jiggling like fucking jello every morning. Like fucking
Probably so.
back and forth.
And
Like Ryan just lays his head in and just goes like, she doesn't even have to fucking, she's just laying there in bed all fucking
it's like, damn, I'm getting a massage.
Yeah.
I'm getting
D titties.
D titty, deep titty
She's got the
massage.
D titty going on, where she's fucking just like big ass titty shaking around. He's going.
Like, oh.
Then she's like, then Ryan's like, don't have a beer. Yeah, well, wait, just wait for have a beer because I don't want this to go away. So
Actually, that's
titty
funny.
fucks her. Titty fucks her. It's like a car wash on his cock.
That's probably what it is. Oh, and her and her daughter smoke like all the time, like weed. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Constantly.
always hitting those fucking vapes, all of it, like every few
Constantly,
seconds.
because the vape. That's the problem with the vapes, dude. Vapes are all right, but they get you chain vaping because they're not real
Oh yeah,
strong for too long. It's like a nice little rip for an hour or so.
Yeah, and then they got to hit it again.
But they're constantly, because like I said, they're stoners. They're not highest like I am.
No.
Highest is someone who gets, see, I'm not a stoners. I'm a highest.
Well, see, I prefer to do that anyway with weed. Take a hit or two, and then you're like,
take a hit, let it sit, man.
Yeah, instead of just like, let's get higher. Come on, I gotta get higher.
Well, that's also part of the thing is when because you know how it is when you drink, and then when you smoke and drink, the more you drink, the more you want to smoke. Like, let me get fucking touch. So then you drink more, and then you trade blows,
or vice versa. The more you smoke, the more you drink. So
and so it's like because then you get thirsty, and you're already drinking, and
you know the game.
So so that's that story. That was a long haul, but man, it just fires me up because I wish she was somebody like that wasn't fucking common, but she's almost like the norm, dude. Especially with these crazy women.
Oh yeah. Well, and
I mean, it's everywhere. Yeah,
and they're just like, it seems like guys that don't see. This is the funny thing. Dudes that are stable like me don't get laid. It's these fucked up guys with issues, like they got problems that are insecure or whatever the fuck's wrong with them. They're the ones getting laid. But then the dudes like me who got our shit together, and it's like, well, that's not attractive. I don't want stability.
Yeah,
it's boring. Yeah. Oh wow. Well, that's how it is, man. That's the way of life. And then people try to sell you a fairy tale. Oh, she's out there. Hey, look, I'm a grown fucking man. Quit telling me fairy tales. What I'm saying?
There's probably dozens out there, but if you meet them, great. But if you don't, then it's not like it's surprising,
Yeah, exactly. It just confirms
because saying there's nobody out there who fits you is just as bad as saying that they're out there and you're gonna find it.
That's true. That's true. If you're saying, oh, they're not, I'll never meet.
Meet anybody who's best. No,
I'm sure I'm going to meet somebody who trips my trigger. At some
hopefully
point.
I do as well. But if I don't, I wouldn't
but
be
then
surprised.
Again, as you dig deeper, you find there's other shit wrong with them. You know what I'm saying?
But man, I just don't give a shit anymore, man. I just don't fucking care. I mean, I'd like it, and I think about it. Then I think about the other things that go along with it, and man, I mean, all the women, if we have female listeners out there, sorry, but you're just different than dudes. And there's just an emotional difference that just is, even with people that quote unquote are considered really logical females, they just got this something that's just not.
Something
they're just different. Correct. Maybe not's the right word, but just different.
Yeah.
So it's
something
just like
fire right.
Yeah, and it doesn't fire right for us. Like it's for us, it does, like to them, we don't fire right. And that's the whole point, is that there's something about it, but I don't know if I want that. That goddamn, oh, well, you got to do this in the morning and that, and you've got to treat it like this.
Obligations.
It's like, it's just like, it's not like that's like that's almost like a given. It's even with the most cool and chill woman, you still got to do all that shit. And it's like, do I really want to bother with that unless they're really, really worth it?
Right.
And I guess that's the point, is that you want to do it for the one who's really, really worth it. But if you got in a relationship with someone who's not, and you don't, it's like,
and then you're like, oh shit. Now I've seen another side of you that I don't like, and I'm stuck with you. So
even the best relationship I've seen, there's always that little bit of, well, I want this and I want that, and
just shit that you're like,
all right, I'll do it.
Yep, I don't want to deal with it. Sorry.
So what else do we got, man? What else you got? I've ran off.
That's it for me. I think that's enough excitement on my end.
I think so too, man. I don't have much. Just laughing at all the Democrats and what they're doing. You didn't watch that?
You know what? I did. I got to tell you, I watched it after we talked, and I got to tell you, man, that's the first State of the Union I ever watched in its entirety.
Yeah, and it's the most craziest one that's ever been, dude.
I mean, it was good. It was really, there was actually
he was fucking fantastic. I don't know what anybody says about him. I'm not like I said, what he was goddamn amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he was compared to other stuff he's done. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask you about the guy that got kicked out. What the hell was going on there, dude? Because they told him he needs to. Was he a dignitary? Who the hell was he?
He was a representative, Al Green.
And what was he doing exactly?
He was just yelling and yelling at Trump and yelling and wouldn't calm down. And they said, "Listen, you need to lead. You need to calm down."
They kicked his ass out.
They kicked him out. And then throughout the whole thing, well, there's a lot of things you didn't see. Like remember when he was talking about the kid with the kid who had brain damage?
Oh yeah, the one who wants to be a cop. Yeah, his name's DJ.
Yeah. Now know that obviously that's a kind of a PR thing. It's like, hey, look at us, look what we're doing. Like,
we're good.
Yeah. but it was still a moment that was actually pretty cool because Trump made him a Secret Service agent, and it was kind of cool. It was like, hey, I'm trying to let everyone, the country know I care about you.
Yeah,
And you heard that ovation, right?
Oh yeah.
Guess who didn't stand up and clap at all?
Who?
All
Democrats?
the Democrats.
Wow, dude, that just goes to show you.
Think about that.
Like you guys aren't, are you really trying to? Are you on the same page here? Are you
remember
really
that girl, the
one that got raped under the
when that grape?
Oh yeah,
when they all clapped in standing ovation for like a minute or two for that.
When they
the family?
named the animal, or what was it, an animal refuge after her or something like that?
Guess what the Democrats did?
And they didn't stand up, huh?
Didn't stand up or clap. Wow. They were on their phones. They were sitting there. They were acting like they were sleeping. They were having signs. They had little signs. They had little signs they were carrying.
See, that shit I did not know. I mean, well, I kind of figured because he kept making comments like, I try to make them happy, but nothing's going to make them happy. I can see that now.
Yeah.
The people
because they were, and so all the kid, the West Point kid, who got into West Point, because he was a really smart kid.
Yeah, he had a 4.4
something
GPA or some shit.
I think he was actually part minority, so that doesn't matter to me, but to them it does. So I'm going to point it out.
Right, but they still didn't stand up.
You know what? The only thing they cheered for, only thing the whole night they cheered for is when they said that they were when they talked about Ukraine and about how much money they gave them.
Well, the thing is, Trump's, because I guess Zelensky said we want peace. We want to bring this to an end, so let's start making deals, so I don't know if he's just full of shit, he just wants more money or what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, he wants more money. So and Trump, but the thing is that's the only thing the Democrats cheer. They didn't cheer for us talking about removing waste, balanced budget, anything like that, or the waste removal, or the fact, how basically, have all the, remember how he was talking about the billions of dollars for the US aid.
Well, there was that. The other thing that I thought was hilarious was the Social Security thing.
Yeah.
Of how there was people that were 360 years old still getting Social Security. And I was like,
didn't clap at all for all the waste like that were being cut. Didn't clap at all the stuff coming back to America in terms of all the businesses that were coming back.
Because they're sore fucking losers. That's why.
Well, because they don't give a shit about this country, dude.
No, of course not. It's all about them. It's all about. It's the epitome of fucking the narcissist
leopardism, dude.
Leopardism, the narcissism thing.
Yeah.
It's they're all PJs, man. Same kind of shit.
Yeah, it's all the same fucking shit. PJ and whatever else is going that. And by the way, we'll touch on that if anybody's listening. We'll touch on that on next,
a drink wrap when we get everybody together.
Stay tuned. It should be in the end of the month at some point.
Because they love those. So we'll keep. There's not much going on now, but I will say
who knows in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, now I am treasurer and Anthony is president.
Ooh,
so which is great because we totally he of course was the only nay, and all of us were yay. So all of us voted that he'd be president. So anyway,
so this guy's life is completely ruined because that's what it was based upon. But anyway, we'll talk about that later on. But that whole thing was just showed like they couldn't even bother to get up and like cheer everyone. And the approval rating for that was 76%.
That's shit. That's more than half.
Yeah,
obviously
more than half. Yeah, it's two-thirds. Over 2/3 of people, even of the whole country, thought it was approved of it, and it was a really good speech. He talked about a lot of stuff that he was doing, and he's of course a lot of people say, oh, he's lying, and they were yelling lies, and oh, you stuck, like that.
There was a little bit of that, but not as much, But most people were into it though.
No, that's the thing. That's why, because if it were the actual whole crowd that were into it, it would have been twice as loud because literally half of them all were just sitting on their hands.
Wow.
During the whole thing. So this kid is sitting there, has 8 brain surgeries. Now I don't buy it. Me, I don't give a shit about that. Like, yay, I know why they're doing it.
That's suck the public's dick type shit. Yeah.
But it's still as if you're in there and you're just not even gonna stand up and go, hey, he's got a Secret Service, he might die next Tuesday. Let's just get this
right.
And then everyone watching sees you, half the crowd standing up cheering you. This kid,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a representative, man. How are you going to get looked at if you want to be reelected?
Yep.
At some point, you know what I'm saying?
And then he didn't get, and then he said, I want to. Remember when Trump said, I want to take taxes off, overtime, tips, and
working folks.
Yeah. So they didn't stand then either. Why would you not?
All the things that they would normally stand for and love, they're not into now.
Well,
just like
they
PJ.
normally stand for that.
That's how.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the same thing. I think, was it you that told me? PJ doesn't give a shit about the property. It's all about him.
Yeah.
So, same thing with these people. They don't give a shit about the country.
It's all about their
them.
money. Their money's drying up. Their influence is drying up. So they're going in there being petulant. The whole country saw it, and they don't even get it, dude. Like afterwards, there was this one fucking news person who said, "Well, I hope he thinks the kid with the Secret Service. Well, I hope he realizes how grateful it is that he isn't going to be, and if he sometimes survives, maybe at some point be." Shot down as protecting sick people from the January 6th or something like that.
Of course, I had to bring that up.
And then, like I said, all these people like the only thing they clapped about was money to Ukraine. That's the only thing they cheered about. And he goes, yeah. And Trump goes. He was so good. He wasn't on a teleprompter. I mean, he had his notes, of course.
Oh, I know, especially when it would say Mexico and Canada. You guys might know where that is.
Yeah.
Things like little quips like that.
Well, he goes, you keep on clapping for that. He goes, and we'll see who's elected next time. We'll see how your constituents like that. And he goes, and then he goes, and he says yeah, you and Pocahontas. And he was talking to Elizabeth
that's
Warren.
what he meant. What do you mean by Pocahontas? Yeah, what was that?
Well, Elizabeth Warren lied about being Indian.
Oh,
she said, "Oh, I'm 1% Cherokee or something like that," and she lied about it. She actually has no, she's not Indian at all. So he made a joke about her being Pocahontas.
That's where because I couldn't figure out what he meant by Pocahontas. Yep. Okay,
yeah,
okay, wow. Oh, that was well, like I said, I've never watched a presidential State of the Union address ever in its entirety like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was really
one of the best ever, and he was very partisan. He ripped Biden apart. He ripped everything apart, but he also set goals and looked like a goddamn leader, man.
Totally.
Oh, he said, "Grab your by the pussy," and he's mean on his tweets, and he's not articulate in some way, dude.
That was years ago.
He's a leader, dude. I don't give a shit. And all these people are like, well, why are we giving money to? I don't want to give money to anybody else. It's like, why don't you give money to your neighbor? It's different. No, it's not. You're not giving. It's the same goddamn thing. We don't want to give money to. We take care of ourselves. Take care of your own family. Our family in this country is the U.S. That's our family as a country.
Yep. No reason to have
neighbors or Canada and anybody else across the world. We're not going to give money to Joey across town just because he needs it.
Right. Exactly.
So and you say, why? Well, yes, if you want to, great. Anyway, it was great.
It was moving at some points. Yeah. I was like, wow, dude. Like, the guy that they brought home that was a prisoner in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. Oh, what was Arabic? What was it? Sesame Street in Afghanistan, or what the fuck was?
Yeah, they were giving money for an Afghanistani Sesame Street for their kids.
What the fuck?
Because their kids are more important than ours. Because America's not important anymore. We need to give all of our money away because we're bad off of peoples.
I know we're horribles.
Horrible white evil Christian people.
Damn.
Even though I'm not Christian and neither are you.
Right, but we're still white Americans
and straight too, which that whole transgender thing was awesome too.
Oh yeah. When he was talking about we're not going to have this indoctrination. That's an interesting story that he was starting to tell though about the was it the girl?
Yeah,
that was unbeknownst to the parents, the teachers were having her go use pronouns and all kinds of weird shit, and so
that shit happens. And it's been happening, and it's documented. And these people in the Senate basically just anonymously blocked the Democrats in the Senate blocked a bill that would ban men from
playing in women's sports.
Women's sports.
They blocked
it.
It should.
They blocked it.
They blocked it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, of course,
because we want women. Because that was another story there that they didn't clap at, the woman who was paralyzed because the guy
he smashed the ball so hard in her face or whatever the hell he did. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking insane, man. But it gave me hope, man. Let's put it that way. I became a patriot again after watching that.
Yeah, dude. It was a great for me. It was like one of the best speeches I've ever seen. In either a long time or maybe in my lifetime in terms of just the impact of it.
Like I said,
I'm watching all this, and it's just crazy watching this all play out. Everything, all the shit that happened Friday with the Zelensky stuff, and oh my god, it's everything, dude.
Yeah, that one would be interesting to watch. I haven't seen that one yet, but like I said, this is the first State of the Union address that I watched in its entirety.
Yeah,
there've been other ones that I may have just glanced at. Oh, this is cool, or whatever, or even if it's somebody. Well, if it was somebody I wasn't into, like Biden, I didn't even bother watching his shit because that's just embarrassing.
That's painful, man. Yeah, painful to watch that.
So, but this was good, man. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
It was cool, man. I'm glad
Hell
you told me
yeah,
to watch
man.
it. So
Well, let's wrap up, man. I
yeah,
think we're
let's
good.
do
We got
that.
one big story for you, and then one kind of story of just in perspective on that. So I'm glad you watched that. It was cool. And so
Hell yeah.
we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully by the next shrink wrap, we'll have more juicy stuff to talk about in every aspect.
Oh yeah, and we'll have
I'm
more
sure we
shit.
will. I'm
I'm
sure we
there'll
will.
be more.
You'll be
probably
hearing
be
from
some leopard developments.
Oh, absolutely, there will be. There's no question about that.
Oh, totally. So on that note, fuckers.
All right, this has been the Nothing Sacred show for the 5th of August.
Bro.
March 5th, 2025. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And
that's the story there, bitches.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.